What is going on, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the I Formation Podcast. Here with Ben Hall, my guy, LaRon McClain. Before we get started, I'm going to let LaRon talk. How you doing today, LaRon?
Man, I'm good, man. I'm good, man. How everybody doing today, man? Once again, man, I want to thank everybody for signing up for our giveaway, man. We
Yep.
finally sent the jersey out to our guy who won it. And thank everybody for participating, man. Remember, follow us on all platforms. You know what I'm saying? The Affirmation Podcast on every platform, the iForm Podcast on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Tune in. We got 4 quarters of great content for you today. Let's kick this thing off, baby.
Yes, sir. So to start off the episode, we'll be talking a little bit about what the Bengals did to the Ravens this past weekend, and kind of our thoughts on that, and a big question: who you would take? Because I saw LaRon put out the tweet. I'm gonna ask LaRon first. Right now, like, you can go off any stats right now. If you were starting a team, who would you rather have as your quarterback? Joe Burrow or Lamar Jackson?
Man, if I'm starting a team right now, man, it probably gonna be I probably had to go with Cool Joe Burrow, man. Just the way that he just been operating, you know what I'm saying,
Okay.
ever since he been into this ever since he been in this league. I just want to go out. We talk about like what the Bengals did to the Ravens. It's what he did to the Ravens all year. He
Yeah.
did this shit. He did this shit in the bank over 400. Then went up to Cincinnati, and I know they were trying to prove a point. You know, it's in that game, just trying to run the
100%.
score up. So hopefully they can finish it out strong and win that division. But I don't see them being no big time playoff team. But they had the Ravens numbers this year in them two
Yep.
games. And just how Joe been playing, especially just seeing them how they took away Jamar Chase, and he just, hey, let me adjust. Like Lamar Chase ain't my only weapon, man, and he just adjusted and went on by this game, and that DC coordinator, I don't know what, don't give them man no more fuel or nothing just to go after us. Like he got a chip on it, having a chip on the shoulder since he transferred from Ohio State. So watch out, man. What you watch out what tree you bark up, man.
Yeah.
All dogs bite. Some you barked up the wrong tree on that one, man.
And the crazy thing about Burrow is he's proven that, like, through his career. I remember the LSU game, the bowl game. They were playing UCF, who was undefeated at the time. They were playing UCF, and I remember Burrow threw a pick six, and the UCF linebacker like popped him, put him on the ground, and stood over him. And from that point on, Burrow turned into Burrow. He ended up winning that game. I think he won that game, and then the next year he ended up winning a national championship. So it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy to look at. We're seeing the number one pick finally really turn into what people expected. But one thing that stood out to me was, like, I don't want to, how do I say it? Joe Burrow had the Ravens number this year, 100%. Like there was no stopping them. And the biggest thing that stood out about what he did to me was the way he avoids pressure. Like the Ravens will have two guys in the backfield, and Burrow will step up, move around, and then throw an 80-yard pass. Like, I'm not saying that the Ravens come anywhere close to winning or Burrow's numbers aren't the same in that game if they hit him. But if the Ravens start getting hits on him, I just feel like I feel like the game would have been a little different, and it was just so many. It was so many missed opportunities.
You gotta hit him. You gotta hit him, bro. You gotta put your hands on Joe, because if Joe get his time back there, he gonna figure it. If you ain't touched him in the first half, that second half about to be long for you. Yep. As I can see just watching this game, because you got to knock him off that spot. He's like a Tom Brady for real. You got to get my man, and even if you get him off his spot, he's still looking upfield. You know what I'm saying, to throw. So just to be honest, man, Joe a good ball. He a baller, man. He a baller, bro. Like you put some motivation in. I love to go to war with that guy. That guy's my quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Any one of them. So it's like a win-win when you choose between him and Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
But as in, if you want to go just with the more complete quarterback that's throwing that ball, and Joe can run it a little bit too, I got to go with Joe, man. Just how he been, man. He got 2 receivers over 1,000 yards this season. You know, so they throwing that pill. They are throwing that ball with a great running back that runs the ball good and catches out the backfield. So it's just like, oh, man. But I feel like the Ravens would have been like that also with all our weapons. We had all our weapons on offense. Gus and J.K. back. We had our power.
Stanley, a left tackle.
Yep. J.K. catching out the backfield. You know, a lot of stuff would have been A lot of stuff would have been our defense probably would have been different. Probably would have played a different type of coverage. You know what I'm saying? On Chase,
Yep.
that we had all our starters and everything. So, you know, just know you can't 1-on-1 Chase. You know what I'm saying? You got to zone their ass up. You can't. Then you got Higgins over there. Then like it's just crazy. They got a good combination of receivers and everything gelling up there. And since I hate they did my Ravens like that this year, man. Just sucks, man. Because I can't. Me and my son went to the home game. Well, we lost. Then watching the y'all, like, oh my God, bro, it don't make no sense, man. I try not to be biased, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm a big Ravens fan, but man, it sucked this year. Joe had our number.
Yeah, no, for real. And the crazy thing, like, he did it. I don't like a lot of people will I don't know why complain that he ran the score up, but like that's to me that's like I don't have any problem with it. You know, if we beat them, but there were a few comments like I guess this is just me being, you know, following the Ravens so much. There were a few comments that Zach Taylor made. It's like, you know, they did it to us last year. Lamar threw like 20 passes against them last year because the game or completed like 19 passes against them last year. So like, don't come out and like lie because it was basically kind of trying to make it seem like this is kind of payback for what the Ravens had done to him or whatever.
Yeah.
I fully agree with you. Don't let your foot off the gas, beat the team down. Like that's how you do it. But also don't come out and be like, yeah, like I just don't like the way he kind of tried to.
I just felt like he them fucking corny ass. They be trying. They know they know they got to try to get at Harbaugh. Harbaugh been kicking their ass for years now. You know what I'm saying? So when they win the game against Harbaugh, they feel like they want to rub it in his face. Like,
for real.
You know, just how they did us this year. They didn't beat us 2-0. You know what I'm saying? Pittsburgh done got us one time. You know what I'm saying? We can't let them get us twice. Yep. We won't want to hear from that shit. You know what I'm saying? Well, I mean, like it's just crazy, man. Just how this AFC North is and how he just tried to disrespect, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Talking about we did it last year. I mean, Harbaugh ain't that type. Harbaugh go run his offense, do what he got to do. Yeah. If he got to just like when they got the record, it was like, oh man, I can't believe it. Like against the Broncos and Vic fans. You're like, Vic, come on, bro, you cool with Harbaugh. Like you really gonna get on TV and like do that. Like, but that I mean, he had to pull his skirt. He pulled his skirt down on TV. Yep. That's what I feel like. Vic, come on, bro, that's your partner. John Harbaugh is your partner. You really gonna go in there? Oh, that I
he talked crazy. I expected that from that franchise.
He talked big time shit. Like it was like to the point like he was just like, oh, I expect that just from them like them Ravens. Yeah. Like the Ravens gonna do that regardless. Like, damn, bro, you was on that staff. You was on the staff before, so you was part of that circus too, man. So it's just crazy. Just man, he said that like Harbaugh saying, shit might not be important to y'all, but it's shit important to us.
Right? No, for real. And they had it. They had the record. They tied it and they couldn't beat it the next week against the Colts. But like, I want to see what Vic had to say about, you know, the Bengals throwing against the Ravens. Like I said, I don't got a problem with it. Perfectly fine by me. But we know Vic Fangio was probably watching the game in tears because, you know, they let their football players play for a little longer. It's kind of weird. But like I said, like there were some Ravens fans kind of hating on the Bengals a little bit. But they like as a Ravens, someone who watched the Ravens, you know, you just have to give up and say, or not give up, but really own up to it. They killed us. They had every right to, and they were the better team. You know,
they should have, bro. We depleted our team, bro. We up with our third quarterback who was at the crib 2 weeks ago chilling. Yeah. Like we had to get Josh out the game. Quarterback got COVID, other quarterback ankle. Like we just went in there and like, and real talk, I still gave us a chance to beat y'all. Like beat the Bengals, I did. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, you know what I'm saying? And you know, it was tight. You know what I'm saying? Crazy game. Bengals come out. We expected that. You know what I'm saying? With the depleted, right? But we still in, and like with everybody still losing and doing all that, we still in the hunt. Like we still in the hunt. The only thing we got just gotta handle your business, man. Win the games that you're supposed to win. You're gonna have to go on the road. We got 2 crucial games left. They got the Rams and the Steelers, right?
Yeah.
Man, got the Rams this week. Big game. Yeah. If they can get this one, I think they in. I feel like they get this one, they're gonna get motivation. This game right here, give them motivation. Give them motivation going into the Steelers to beat the Steelers. Older Steelers, you know what I'm saying? From the way that we lost that game, finish out, bro. Do not let this team in there. And it's so crazy that I'm gonna say this: that Cleveland can still win the damn AFC North. Like, my God.
Imagine having to watch Baker Mayfield play quarterback in the playoffs.
Oh, my God. They said Baker Mayfield is nothing but a sober Johnny Manziel.
Yeah, for real. He's terrible. No, for real. He is horrible.
Baker Mayfield is nothing but a sober Johnny Manziel. That's it, bro. Yeah, he can do the same. He doing the same thing Johnny Manziel do, just hyping up a whole bunch of and terrible. He don't want that's what people got to understand. And instead of people coming out and saying, bro, Baker Mayfield been a fault of a lot of shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, how can Hugh Jackson, you turned on Hugh Jackson, you know what I'm saying? Try to say he's the traitor when y'all fired him, and y'all think this man supposed to be out there without a job? Yes, I'm gonna go over there with Marvin Lewis if he fucking let me come over there to get a check. Like, y'all, you want to talk about Hugh Jackson? Then everybody the problem. You see what OBJ doing?
Yeah.
Finally out that cage, he out there in LA doing his thing with the Rams, and so if people want to say it was on OBJ, man, y'all better start looking at that dude that touched that ball more than anybody, Mayfield. All them damn progressive commercials he got. He got about 20 commercials and not 20 touchdowns.
No, for real. For real. And he's been so.
The Browns gonna be the Browns, goddamn.
100%. 100%. And I don't even know what the answer is for them. Maybe Russell Wilson, but I don't think that in free agency, but I don't know.
That might be a put one. We have to put the gym on that. That's a good one. That'd be a good get Russell in there. It's like the same type of offense though. Yeah. But I feel like Russell would be more, efficient with the throws, big boy throws. Russell throw that ball high, big boy throws. And, I think it'd be a, tight little, that'd be dope. That's dope. That's a dope little take right there, Ben. I like that.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson to Cleveland.
Yeah, for real. I would hate it, but that would be.
I don't know if Sierra want to go in that market though.
No way. He gonna listen to her.
Sierra don't want to go to Cleveland. She in Seattle. She like, that was telling people, man. I'm telling you, man. Sierra doing all that mess on that. I'm telling that man ain't going to the playoffs this year. He gonna have a long off season.
Oh my god!
Like ain't no telling what they go down now. Russell, man, change it up, bro. You gotta change it up, bro. You gotta change it up because this ain't like Russell, bro. Russell played horrible this year.
No, for real. Like actually, I don't get that. But the last the last thing before we wrap it up, the Ravens have a chance to play the Steelers in Ben Roethlisberger's final game of his career. It came out today that he's stepping down. But as someone who played against him, I just wanted to see, kind of what your thoughts are on this being his last two games. Well, he didn't officially retire, but his last two games of the season.
It's so crazy. I remember when Big Ben came in, and Big Ben was just like a young cat. He was a young cat, trying to throw the ball and get to the Super Bowl. I remember he had that little legal mess and everything. But the way this man been at, one organization, I'm not gonna lie to you. I remember when I was leaving the Ravens, that's a destination I wanted to go, was the Steelers. As it just to go, I just knew, man, they got a tough running game.
Yeah.
They got a good quarterback, good solid quarterback that's been balling against everybody. Ben was one of them type guys, I remember, you got to hit this guy, got to bring him down, got to do this, got to do that. But Ravens used to knock his goddamn score loose.
No, for real.
It wasn't no problem with the Ravens. I remember Bart Scott one game came around here one time. I don't mean to talk about his bad plays, but came around one time, rocked his world. I don't think he knew where he was at. What I'm saying? But I remember just going into them games, man, stand on Big Ben. You got a plaster. That means stand on your receiver, after he break the pocket because he's still looking down the field to throw. Man, they had a great career, man, going to the Super Bowl, winning it, doing this thing, being at one organization that long. That man looking for that's why I said it's so bad that now we got to play Big Ben in this last game, a game that we gotta win.
And it's the most important game of the year it could be.
It's like everything that been going on this year, and now we got to play this man on his last game. He about to retire. His last game playing the Ravens. You think this man want to go out and lose it?
No.
Bruh, that's why I said these last 2 weeks are going to be crucial, crucial for them, man. I salute Big Ben in his career, his family and everything. I just wonder he going to retire or he going to go to another squad? What you think?
I think retirement is the only option. There's no disrespect to him, but I just don't think anybody else would really kind of want to bring him in. I don't even think he wants to go anywhere else. I think his legacy is the Steelers. He'll be a first ballot Hall of Famer.
First ballot.
Yeah, he'll be a first ballot Hall of Famer. And I don't know, I just feel kind of for a guy like him, don't switch it up. Stay. I just hate like Jordan with the Wizards. like people see Jordan with the Wizards, and like this is basketball. We see Jordan with the Wizards, you're like, man, that don't make sense. He played with the Bulls, like
Yeah.
that was his team. Like
And he really just came out retirement because they were
yeah,
star.
yeah, exactly, exactly. Like I don't want to see Ben in another jersey. Like as much as I disliked him, growing up, as a Ravens fan, like you can still respect him. And it would just it would only make sense if he kind of stayed a Steeler for the rest of his life.
He wouldn't look right like in a
No,
Minnesota Vikings jersey or
not at all. Like I can't even think of that.
Jacksonville Jaguars jersey. Like
Ugh.
up there, number 7, looking like
Yeah.
he just like, nah, bro. I gotta see you in that black and gold.
Yep.
So out there with Steel Nation doing your thing, man. Salute to his career though. God, dog, man. It's just so crazy. It's so crazy. It's just how just how this NFL season going, bro. And just like people just now clinching their spot for that, and it's 2 weeks left in the season. Like this extra week, week was pretty. This extra week of games was pretty damn smart by them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm up here saying like, before the season, everybody was like, man, we can't get no extra game.
Yep.
It's gonna hurt the players and everything. To be honest, like it really helped a lot of teams. Like
it did. No, for real. The Dolphins. Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to say. Yeah. For real.
Yeah. The Dolphins, yes. The Dolphins, like 7 straight, bro. They 8-7, like they in the hunt. Like I'm like, man, that man down there that really got that team together, and they just chipped away. Chip away every week. Let's get better each week, bro. They done knocked off 7 straight wins, man. They 8-7 in the mix. And this was when I played, when teams was down 1-7 record, your season done.
Over. That's what I'm saying. The way Coach Flores kept them checked in, like I don't know how you possibly go 1-7 and keep your guys focused. Like I don't know in any chance in any world how you keep your guys focused at 1-7. Like Jacksonville, everybody checked out. The Jets, everybody's checked out. They're winning a couple games, but like 4 wins, there's nothing. The Dolphins have won 7 straight.
Yeah. I need people to see that, like you just said, like the 2 teams, like Jacksonville, they checked out, man. Yeah. Jets, they checked out when it was like 1-7. Man, he didn't say, hey, we still got an opportunity. You telling grown man coming into the building, man, we still got an opportunity, and we 2-7. Yeah. Then we 3-7. Then we 5. Then we 4-7, 5-7. Then we 7-7. And then we win. We 8-7. Oh my God,
now we're in the playoff.
So imagine how that locker room is now after they did everything that he said they were gonna do. They didn't see it then, but they doing it now.
No,
man, they better amp up harder in these last 2 weeks. They better try to win out. They've been in playoff mode since they was 1-7, man. So
100%.
Look out for them Dolphins.
100%. And this week they play the Titans. So they got a chance if they beat the Titans. The Titans lose week 17. I think the Titans play the Texans or something, so they probably won't lose.
Yeah.
But the Colts could jump to the first team in the AFC South, and you all know how hot we've been on the Colts. We've been on the Colts since they had 2 wins, so I don't want to hear any of that. Yeah, we've been on the Colts since they were playing bad.
We've been on the Colts, so I don't want y'all to be saying, "Oh, we jumping on no bed." Right. We been. Y'all heard my oh, he been said something about them Colts. I see them Colts. They doing anything. Though I said it seems just so crazy. Miami didn't fall. They went all the way back. And look, that game versus the Ravens was so crucial
for both teams.
I try to tell people
for both teams.
For both teams, yes. For the AFC win, like, bro, we had a short week, bro. We supposed to kill them that week, bro. And I'm mad we dropped that one because that's a like we got 9 wins now. Like, we really like cruising. Like we could drop the Rams and be okay.
Yeah. For real.
You know what I'm saying? But now you just got to win. You got to win this. I remember we had to, I think it was one year, I don't know, it was 08 or 09. I mean, we had to beat Jacksonville. We had to beat New Orleans. We had to beat New Orleans, and I think Jacksonville to get to like the playoffs. Like we had to beat the NFC team, and we beat the Saints, and had to play Jacksonville that next week and beat them and went on to the playoffs. So, man, it's gonna be interesting, man. Like I said, man, may the best team win. You gotta I'm talking to Jaleel Adai. He the safety, number 41 for the Colts. So he came in. It's so crazy. He came in rookie year when I was in San Diego. So I'm just seeing him. He about to come. I think he in year like 9 or 10. I said I had to write him. I like, bro, I'm so proud of you, man. Like he came in as an undrafted rookie. He was like one of the last 3 signees the Chargers had that year. But you could tell by his demeanor when he came in as a rookie. I said, this kid right here, bro, he gonna play for a long time because he gets it, like work ethic,
Yeah.
like the grit wise, like and he can see like his rookie year, he started getting into the mix. He made the team. Like he made the team. Like he wasn't even drafted, made the team. On the 53-man roster. He been balling ever since. And now he on the coach. I told him in the mess, I said, boss, y'all got the blueprint on there. Y'all playing hell of a defense. Y'all are running the ball, bro, and y'all quarterback is playing his football. You know what I'm saying? You can tell Carson is calm, like in his element, doing what he loved doing. Like that man had to get out of. That's the best thing for him to get out of Philly. Best thing for him to get out of Philly doing this thing, man. 100%. So salute to Carson Wentz and them Colts. They coming, baby. I told him in the DM. I said, bro, y'all got the championship formula, bro. Run the ball and punch their ass in the face in defense, bro. Just play defense and run that ball, man. JT doing it.
100%. But now that is it for our first quarter. We'll wrap it up and we'll jump into a little bit not really news, but some things that stood out to us from this past weekend for the second quarter. So now jumping into our next quarter, we're going to start off with, I'm sure everybody's seen it on Twitter, on the TV if you're watching the game. John Allen and Darren Payne on the sideline. Payne put his hand in Allen's face, and Allen got up and was like, "Get your hand out of my face!" And they started kind of threw a punch at each other. And then Payne was benched for the rest of the first half, I think. And then he got put back in. But yeah, furious. But and the only reason I'm even making any deal out of it is because after the game, Payne's dad went on Instagram, was talking like, y'all don't know what he said to my son, like blah blah blah, like.
Oh, for real? I didn't see that. I didn't see that.
Yeah, Payne's dad had called out John, had called out John Allen basically on Instagram. Was basically saying like, don't talk about it, telling everybody don't talk bad about my son. Like, you don't know what was said. If you knew what he said, you would have been trying to fight too. It was crazy. He put that on Instagram, but like at first I'm like, they're close. They played Alabama, like they're close. Like it's nothing. But then when the dad comes out, like that never ever looks good. You know what I'm saying? Like when they come out on social media, it's like, what are you doing?
To be honest, it's so crazy. Seeing them two good, like them dudes they came in probably a year after each other at Alabama, and they was next to each other on the D line at Alabama.
Yeah.
Doing like the championship years, like balling. Like one went first round, and the next year the other one went first round.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And for y'all to be, and this is me personally, this is me talking, for y'all to be on that level, on the sideline, y'all in the trenches together, y'all in the same meeting room, bro. Y'all in the same meeting room. That means y'all eating together. You know what I mean? On Thursdays when you get food at the practice, y'all are eating together in there. Like y'all are together, like position-wise. And I don't know what was said on that sideline. So I guess it's just a heated battle. Just two guys going at it. I know I got into it. I done got into it with my running back before. You know what I'm saying? It's just a heat of the game. You just like, bro. You just gotta ask the dude, like, who you talking to, bro? I'm a grown man at the end of the day.
No, for real.
You're not gonna talk to me like no kid. I'm a grown man at the end of the day. But that's why I think some of the ego stuff come into, especially in that locker room with NFL players, bro. Ain't nobody finna get talked to like no kid. And then I'm gonna tell you this one thing. If a man mushes me in my head, I'm gonna swing on your ass too.
Right. He put his finger on it, like he didn't even put it in his face. He touched him, and it was like, that's crazy.
He put it on it, like mushed him, like, bro, don't you ever don't you? I said, whoa.
I just was shocked.
Like he said, like his dad said, you don't know what Allen said, but Allen looked like he was just saying, all right, bro, like, okay, man. Like,
that's what I thought. Like, that is what I thought.
Like, okay, and Payne just kept on like, no, bro, you're like he like called or something, like then pressed him in his head. Like I would have swung on him too.
Right.
I'm glad they broke it up and got him away. But I can tell, like I can't wait to see both of them at 8A. If I see them both at the 8A spring game, Alabama spring game, I'm interviewing both of them. I'm like, so what went on between y'all two? Like, I would love to be a fly on the wall in that meeting room this week.
For real.
Are y'all sitting by each other?
Is it awkward?
Y'all had to start next to each other.
Allen had to have seen what his dad said. You know what I'm saying? Like, but the crazy thing is, you were talking about how they're in the meeting rooms together. They've been like that since college. Like, they've been in the, like, it's been like what? at least 5-6 years.
Man, if I would have came into the running back room my second year, I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna be blocking for my same running back, or I'm gonna,
Yeah.
man, one of my running back in the same room again. Like that's my partner. We finna do, especially in the league. I would have thought, but you could tell though, like money make it funny.
Yeah.
I think money make it funny because they ain't had no money down here in Alabama. They probably was in each other dorm rooms, all the D line together.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Payne and Allen was big time players down here for us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They were big time players. This before Quinn Williams. That what people don't understand.
Yeah.
Like this how good Bama been, like, you know what I'm saying, putting them out. And Quinn Williams was, and people want to say Quinn Williams was probably the best D tackle we had. We had that dude. We had that dude behind all them guys on the bench. He had 1 year. He got 1 year, went off. You know what I'm saying? So I would imagine being a fly on the wall, man, just beefing wise, man. Like, but it be beef in the locker room, man. I remember when Terrell Suggs and Ray Lewis got into it on the field during practice. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember that. You know what I'm saying? I remember we was on the plane coming back from a away game, and Ed Reed and Terrell Suggs get into it on the plane. Probably a little bit too much alcohol involved, but they get into it, teammates, and like Suggs on the bus. Ed Reed windows out on this Range Rover, like he running up to the car, like that was really like. But I felt like it was too much alcohol involved. But them teammates too. That next week we was right back cool. You know what I'm saying? Get ready for the next opponent. You know, so hopefully they could die that down. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. All right, let me ask you this. Have you ever, like, I know you know what I'm saying, play baseball and everything. Have you ever been into it with one of your teammates?
100%. 100%. Like screaming, like causing a whole scene. You know, that's why, like, when I saw it, I'm like, they're over, like, obviously the TV's gonna have to show it. So I'm like, they're overdoing it. But once the dad went to Instagram, that's when I was like, it's got to be something else. You know what I'm saying? Like when they got in the fight, I'm like, it's the heat of the moment. Like I ain't never watched nobody's head on my team, because if I'm doing that, I'm gonna be ready for a fight, because that's starting a fight. But I've been screaming at people. I've been in people's faces. People have been in my faces. We argue all the time. And then, you know, at the end of the game, but you know what they say, winning cures everything. If the Washington football team was making the playoffs and they were winning, I don't think you have to deal with any worries. When teams are losing is when you start seeing this stuff come out. You don't ever see winning teams have to really deal with a situation. Like Washington was in the playoff hunt 3 weeks ago. They lost 3 straight divisional games, 2 to the Cowboys, who they could have caught while they were hot, and then 1 to the Eagles. Like,
to the Eagles, and then the Eagles
everything.
come back. Yeah, winning cures everything, but you can tell, like, and they want to just say Ron Rivera. That's why I wish Cam would have beat them that time when they beat Washington. I wish he would just beat them, but just how everything going in that league, man. I hate it for that. But like you said, man, they're not a playoff team. They got to find a story. They got to find a story to get out, and then to talk about y'all sorry owner.
Garbage.
Dan Snyder trash.
Garbage. I think we've said it in every episode, hopefully, but we're gonna continue to say it for the rest of the future. Garbage.
Man, until he's done. Snyder, man, that's why I said that's why your organization, like, that's why you got 2 D lines.
It'll never change.
That been in the same room. That's why they fighting each other. You know what I'm saying? So much stuff going on there with that Washington football team, bro. You don't even want to be like near that organization. Yeah. And he said, I remember when he said, "Well, I'm not gonna be handling any football opportunities. My goal is going towards the new stadium." He worried about making money, man. He ain't worried about the allegations. He try to pay people off. You just trash, sir. Like, I don't care. Anybody that go up there, and like any woman that was disrespected in this organization, we apologize for the Affirmation Podcast. We apologize for all that stupid stuff that went on with you while you was at work.
And nothing is still yet to be done.
He can't even be a man. He can't even be a man and sit up there and just take, man. He want to blame it on everybody else. Then he threw his homeboy under the bus.
That's the worst. And the crazy thing is, we still have yet to see the Washington football team's emails. Why is it still? I don't understand. If that's what Gruden said, oh my gosh.
Man, Gruden said we need to check everybody. That's why I said we have to. That's why I said the NFL, they're gonna try their best, bro. And like watching, like, you know what I'm saying, watching Man in the Arena. I'm watching Man in the Arena with Tom Brady. The documentary that's out on ESPN Plus. And on his next episode, he talking about when the Deflategate, like bro was like really going at the league. He had to go against 31 billionaires.
Yeah.
About, you know what I'm saying, that Deflategate. Bro just really took the rap. And like that season, like when you break down that season, they lost, they was 3-1 after the 4 games. Man, they went 11-1, bro, and got to the playoffs, did their thing, had that memorable victory against Atlanta coming back 28-3.
Yep.
Brady mom had cancer, wanted that game for, like coming into that game, went like I was like, man, I like real just watching that, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, just became like a Tom Brady fan, like all over again, like just seeing just the way, and like if people want to act like this shit was hard, that I just want people to say people act like that shit was easy for them. Like it was hard work, bro. Bro put in the work.
Yeah.
And he was up there. He up there at that dumbass organization with the Patriots, and they just dictatorship. And that's the Belichick problem with that dictatorship. Just one way goes, and it's the way that, man, you ain't shit without Tom, man. Stop playing with me.
100%.
You see what them,
and they're falling off.
Did to them.
Yeah, I knew that. I was telling people they're gonna fall off. The Patriots are
in a row where they had a bye and 2 losses, right?
Yeah.
A bye and 2 losses. They falling off. Like I'm saying,
telling you,
I better come on. That's what I said though. After that Mac game, I said, Mac Jones had a Mac. I said Mac Jones he finally had a good game.
Yeah. Turn the ball over in the red zone twice.
Yeah. I said, he'd have had one of them games that's crucial. They're gonna be talking to him when he come down. I want to see if McClendon can handle that. When Belichick and say, you gotta play better. You suck. Then the next week you lose again.
Yeah, we're gonna
y'all ain't running that ball 38 times on the man, like they thought they was, man. I'm talking about the Bills that went into their place, like just like y'all did. We going into y'all place and we finna whoop y'all, bro. Yeah. And they whooped them, bro. You gotta, man. This NFL is getting crazy, man. But shout out to Payne and Allen, man. Hope y'all get y'all differences together. Watch if it's already a mess up there to watch the football team, man. Don't add any more into the mix, baby.
Right.
Don't put no more sauce in the mix. Y'all putting more negative sauce in the mix, man. Y'all finna have a bad batch.
For real. 100%. 100%. But that is it. That is it for this quarter. We'll wrap this one up and then jump into our final quarter next. Yeah. So now for our final quarter, we're going to jump into a little bit of kind of going to basically discuss some matchups we'd like to see in the playoffs. You know, there's still 2 weeks left in the regular season, but we kind of want to talk about, as the season's not over yet, if these teams make the playoffs, which teams we would like to see match up again, because I think this playoff could be one of the best over the past few years. I just feel like it'll be more. Yeah. I feel like it'll be better games, and it'll be like upsets. I don't even know what to expect.
It's like a 3-day weekend for wild card weekend.
Yeah, it's Monday. Like Monday night.
Saturday, Sunday, Monday now, right? Oh man, like the NFL ain't playing. They got them TV rights, bro. They getting that money. Them owners getting that money. I want everybody 100%. To look at that. They getting that money. Man, hey, I want to say this before we start the fourth quarter, man. Just give like a shout out to John Madden. John Madden and his family, man. Yes. May he rest in power, man. That's something we probably should have did at the beginning of the show. Yeah. But man, this something a game that I know me and my guy probably been playing for the longest, man. Yeah. I watched this document. I'm a guy. I love documentaries. I watched this documentary for the first time. It's just crazy. They said he died unexpectedly. Yeah. Man, prayers goes up to him and his family. Man, that documentary is so good. Just like that guy. I like just seeing his work and how he did his thing. Man, his record that he got. Just the most winningest coach, you know what I'm saying, in NFL history, winning 103 games, only losing 32. Like, man, like that detail of the thing. And then turn into the broadcasting. Like, he wasn't even good at it at first. And how he just fell in love to it to the point that he did the CBS Sports, and man, all of a sudden, they lose the NFL rights, and Foxes go all in on him and Pat, off on $32 million. And I remember on the video, they gave him the cigar. He was smoking it, man. Like, he deserved it all, man. And just watching them talk on his documentary, man, it's crazy. We probably could go a whole episode talking about John, man. Just want to say R.I.P. to him, man, for the Affirmation Podcast.
Yes, very much so. Rest in peace. You know, great, a true football legend, and it's great what he did. Like, I'm just gonna do this real quick. Yeah. I don't think people realize, like, the Madden game. I was reading up on this. Basically wanted it to be a real football game, so football could get more fans. and that's like he put one of his old playbooks into it to allowed them to use it because he wanted people to start understanding football. Like that could have a effect on so many people. Like people don't even realize that. Like not many people even knew that. Like he really got,
They don't
and then he made
I
32
heard
million
that
off
too.
of it. It's crazy. Then he made the money off of it. Like just it's crazy.
They said they done got what, I think 7 or 17 billion in sales with the man from the time where he started. Like I want to, like, it's so crazy. Like I said, man, so a goal that I want to do, I want to get the first couple years. I want to play that first man. I want to play that first man that he came out with. And he said the dude came in there talking about, all right, man, how about we take the guards and the centers out? He stopped it right there on the thing. Man, football, you need 11 on 11.
That's exactly. Yep. 100%.
To play football, you need 11 on 11. This is what we need to do. Just the way that he did, like the telescribe. But it's so crazy now. Like I said, that we gonna move on to our thing. But man, Tony, I feel like Tony Romo that took John Gruden, like played like his thing and like turned it right into his broadcast. And that's how Tony Romo be in there. That's why they be saying like Tony Romo, oh, he's about to do this, about to do that. Half the time I be looking at Romo, no the hell they not about to do that.
Right. Every time he's on
down and cover 3. I said one time, I said, Romo knows so much about this shit. He know more than when he was playing.
No, for real. I'm saying the same thing. He be talking, 100%. I agree 100%. 100%.
It'd be wrong. That's crazy. John Gruden, you gave him some power. He been there just throwing. He just been there throwing stuff around. Oh man, this guy finna come down the blitz off the edge right here. Dude, don't even blitz. What are you talking about?
Literally. And then the one time he hits, everybody will be like, oh, Romo literally knew what play was coming. Okay, if I guessed what play was coming a million times during a game, I would hit it one time.
I can say, man, know what I said? I was at the Alabama basketball game last night. I knew when they about to shoot a 3 or 2. I can say that, man, he about to shoot a 3. And he shot a 3. Man, I know I was right.
Right. No, right. But for
crazy.
For the last few minutes of this, we're gonna basically each give a few matchups we would like to see in the playoffs if they come. And actually, like mine are mainly like divisional matchups again.
My first one is Colts too. I got a few. Well, yours Colts Titans.
Like they played earlier. The Colts had the game 1, completely blew it. Carson Wentz fell off. Derrick Henry actually played in both games, but he'll be back, they think, for the playoffs. So if they could get that third, it's hard beating a team twice, let alone 3 times. I just think the Colts got him right now. And if even if Derrick Henry comes back, I think the Colts got that win. But I want to see them play one more time just because I think this Colts team has grown so much as a team since that last loss.
Yeah. One game I want to see, I just name my mind. I see in the NFC, I want to see real talk the Rams. I always say the Rams and the Cardinals.
Again. No, yeah, for real.
Again. I just want to see them. And now how the Cardinals been doing, they without Hopkins, and like it seemed like they going a little bit, you know what I'm saying, back, and like the Rams getting into their jail. It's like the Rams getting into their jail, like on offense. I guess OBJ changing it for them. So I think that'll be, you know what I'm saying, a dope little matchup in the NFC. But I would love to see one of these top teams, as in like the Cardinals, or I'd love to see the Packers versus Jalen Hurts now.
Yeah, I would like that too. I think Hurts will have a big game against them, to be honest with you, because he struggled. If they get the ball out quick.
I think if he go up I think if Jalen Hurts go up to Green Bay, and I'm looking at the game right now, Eagles versus Packers, and I see Jalen up there in the cold. Hey, he in Philly, it's cold up there too. Yep. I just see him running around, making plays, and I just think Nick Sirianni is doing a good job and just understanding what type of player that he got.
Yep,
you know what I'm saying? Yep. Not the best thrower, but I know if I get him outside the pocket, he's very accurate. You know what I'm saying? He can make a play. And I'm finna involve him. I'm gonna involve him in the running game. You know what I'm saying? I just love running the ball. I just love somebody running the ball. Oh shit, that's why I love that's why, like you just said, that's why I love the coach so much. The coach just lining up. Fucking 8 linemen out there. Here you go, bro. We running 60 Sam. I said, hey.
Bust it.
Here you go, JT.
Put your head down. And go forward.
I'm telling you. Quick.
But another game.
Another game you want to see?
Another game I probably want to see. I'm trying to think. Like, I want to see the Bengals play, but I want to see the Bengals play against a good passing defense. Like Burrow, like I said, like I'm not gonna sit here and lie. Burrow's been good this year. Like I'm not gonna hate on him, but
Yeah.
against the Broncos, I don't think that he really, he threw for like 160 yards. Really wasn't
Great secondary.
Yeah, and the Buffalo Bills, like if he played, I'm trying to think, if they win the division, it probably won't play till week probably second or third. Could even be a third week in the playoffs. But I don't think the Bengals will be there then. But I would love to see Burrow play against the Bills. That secondary.
I would imagine. I could imagine if they still had White, Tre'Davious White out. You know what I'm saying? If they still had White, man,
Oh my God.
they'd be one side of the field locked down. You could knock
Yeah,
down the third, and you don't need
100%.
somebody that's decent on that. You need somebody that's decent on that other side
Yep.
to like do their thing. So, man, that'd have been a crazy one. That'd been a crazy one.
Patriots would be good too. I think Burrow would throw at least 2 picks against the Patriots. I just think he when he's on, like the Ravens game, you will not find a flaw. Really, all the throws right on. He's in his zone. But like for
I don't even know. We made him look so good. But I was like, I don't even know what the fuck we was doing. He got 417 on us. Then he threw for 500. I'm like, bro, what the hell are we doing? Like, did we even pinch them up? Did we pinch them? Are we getting to
no adjustment?
No pass rush.
None. How do you get back there and miss him? I'm not gonna say he's not. He's not. Like I know he's a little mobile. He can move, but like
he move in their pocket a little bit.
He got to break down the backfield. Like get him. Just hit him.
He moving like this.
Well, once you start, that's the same thing with Brady. Once you start hitting Brady, the Saints were hitting Brady. That stuff.
Bruh, Ray Lewis used to scream this at the beginning of the week. I mean, he used to scream this in the meme. He just like, oh, we already know we got coach. You get him off that spot. We get Brady out the spot. We got the game.
Yeah.
I remember we went up there and played them that wild card game in the playoffs. And Ray Rice broke the first run like 80-something. You know what I'm saying? We ran 40 belly. We ran 40 belly. I had to come back side block the end. Ray Rice to the crib. When we got that one, then the next drive coming out there, you could tell by the play calling. Brady came out. He was already off that spot. I said, oh, we got them today. Yeah. If you get him off that spot, you got him. If you keep it, if he stay on that spot, he about to tear you up now.
Yeah.
He figuring something out. That's why I didn't understand with Atlanta, just watching that thing with Atlanta, how y'all just let this man come back.
Yeah. You hand him the game.
I would have been Tom would have been frustrated. Y'all want to sit back and play. That's what he want.
Yeah.
I'm going to dump that to James White, get 6 yards. I'm going to dump that to Element, first down. I'm going to dump that to James White, 5 yards. I'm going to dump that to Element, first down.
I'm going to win another one. That was his 5th, right? I think that was his 5th.
Yeah, that was his 5th. That was before the Rams game. That was before when they played the Rams. That's what I'm like, God, they really like, and like I really haven't, like when I was in the league, I said, man, if I could go back and do it all over again, bro, I would have a fucking championship. Because he had it. It was just like, no, like I'm going to this game. Like y'all knocked them out. No, y'all suspended them the 4 games.
Yep.
He come right.
You know, you cut out.
Yeah. I mean, bros, it's so crazy. Hey, just to say this right here on the live on the show, we having terrible weather in Alabama right now. I'm in the state of Alabama. Man, it's been storming all morning, boss. That's why I said it just like blinked out, like our lights went out and everything.
Yeah.
It just happened on the show.
Live while we're going live.
And if you're in Alabama, man, it's some bad weather coming up through here, man. So that's why I said everybody, my house still asleep. The house still asleep right there. Everybody still asleep. The rain and got everybody down, man.
Yeah, for real. But you were saying about Brady just getting him off. Like that's going to be important in the playoffs, especially now that he doesn't have the Mike Evans. Maybe I think Mike Evans will be back, but then he doesn't have Godwin. Godwin runs that slant. Godwin is a killer. Godwin's a killer. You don't have Godwin there no more. Godwin
that slant, that in route, that crucial guy that gonna run that stop route for you, that guy that gonna run that pick route, get it outside, you can throw it out there to him. You know, and like it's so crazy. I seen Antonio Brown. I said, man, they came back. He had 10 catches on his first game back.
Easy.
I said, Lord have
his
mercy.
First game back with injury and the suspension comes back with ease. Look,
like with ease, I said, man, this guy's so good. I said, Antonio Brown, if he just Oh my God, bro! I know I say with Tom. If Tom my quarterback now, and I know Tom got about 2-3 more years, I'm locking in with him.
Yep.
But that's what he said though. Like, man, I'm not like these guys ain't my friends for real. Like, name me how many times I went to Ben's house at the practice. Like,
Yeah.
they don't call me after the thing. Like, bro, stay at Tom's house. But you can tell, listening to Tom, that shit is important, man.
Yep.
Like he almost cried when he lost Malloy to the Bills.
Yeah.
Back in them early show, like he said, man, it's my partner. Like we stayed in the same division. Like
yeah,
we left the facility, we talk football. Like we're at home eating dinner, we talking football. Like we on like when I'm leaving each other's house, I'm walking down the street to my crib, we talking football. You know what I'm saying? So it just like I love watching stuff like that because everybody think Tom is a damn machine. And like Tom just can't. Bro got flaws. Bro he had real life stuff going on. Like he had the week. I should have seen how he broke down his September when he was off that week. Like, bro went to Italy.
Yeah, no, for real.
but he was still training shit. But went to Italy, like doing his thing. Like, dude, it's crazy. Like they had to do the documentary. Like this man ain't gonna never retire.
Yep. No, for
real.
real.
They do the documentary on him. So, all right. So to end the show, I want it right now, man. 2 weeks left to go in the thing. Who your Super Bowl pick?
I'm gonna go Colts. The NFC team is so toss up for me right now. Looking at the standings. Matter of fact, Colts Cowboys. I'm gonna go Colts Cowboys.
You sound like me. I'm gonna say this right now. For people be talking about my pick right now. With that combination of players that they have on defense, on that defensive line, and how they rush the pass and everything, it's gonna be hard to beat Dallas.
Yeah.
Because Dallas coming at your quarterback, he finna bust you in the face. If your secondary could hold up just a little bit, get a tip pass or something like that. And I feel like the only people that will probably give him a go is probably I got Aaron Rodgers with the gunslinger. Yeah. So, but I got Dallas. I got Dallas coming out of the NFC. And man, the Bills.
Oh.
How the Bills went up there to the Patriots and like they find their jail. That offensive coordinator, bro, if you don't run Josh Allen, you better run Josh Allen. You better run Josh Allen until you can't. I'm talking about, I don't care if he run him, bro. That's what he for.
He can do.
He went to Wyoming. That's all he did at Wyoming.
No, for
run. Real. That's why y'all picked him at Buffalo to run, bro. Like, do your thing, man. Like, so I got Dallas in the Bills. That's an old school.
Yeah. Yep.
Excuse me. A Super Bowl matchup, man. I'm still mad. Every year, bro, I was so crazy. I was a Buffalo Bills fan growing up, bro. Lost. And then watching that football life when they talk about when they lost. Like, who the hell wants to do that show? Bruce Smith deserved one. Thurman Thomas deserved one. Jim Kelly deserved one, man. Frank Rice deserved one.
Y'all heard it. The Bills. LeBron's going with the Bills.
I'm going with the Bills, man.
That is
childhood dream, bro.
Yeah, for real. That is it for the episode. Be sure to check in. We'll have it posted. Be sure to check in. We're gonna be doing more giveaways soon. We like doing the giveaways.
Y'all better tap in with this giveaway. It is real. On every platform, subscribe. Man, this our first season of mini.
Yep.
You know, so we winding down. We got 2 more weeks left of the regular season, and we get into the playoff and everything. Man, I'm just thankful, man. Thankful, man. Thankful for my baby. Thank you, man.
Sir.
Thank you, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got it going.
Yes,
It'll be exciting. We're gonna be doing. Oh, by the way, just so you guys know, I know we've told you this multiple times, but we've talked to a lot of people. There will be special guests coming on soon. I know both of us have talked to people, but like very soon. Like I'm serious. Like as soon as, because we like we said, we couldn't bring guys on during the season because like players, it's just tough to get them on. But now that the seasons are coming to an end, like there will be some guys coming on. So be on the lookout. I'm talking like next 3 or 4 weeks. Be on the lookout.
Man, we got some guys coming on. I know I got to feel my former teammates. Just a shout out to you, man. Fabian Washington, Antoine Barnes, man. A few guys I done talked to. Man, I even finna have Bo Scarborough on here. You know what I'm saying? Alabama running back, have Bo on here just talking about it. And I really want Bo to get on here to pub himself because that's still a young back that needs to be in his league, man, that can still make plays for you. Y'all need to understand we got a big back down here, like ready to go. But he might be on the show too as well, man. So look out for our guests, man. Subscribe to everything. You know what I'm saying? Hit like, subscribe,
sir.
do all that, man. We getting better with time, baby. I'm telling you, man. iPhone, baby.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.